Hey, and a good day, all of you. Jean Pierre, the Beverage Ramble, back again with you. Another Beverage Ramble edition. I'm sorry, I'm getting my thing straight here. It's been a little interesting day for me, but be as it may, time to do a review. And today, from our friends at Stoneface Brewing Company up in New Hampshire, we have Double Clip, Double IPA, an Imperial IPA style. Comes in a 7.8% ABV. 94 score on Beer Advocate, and it gets a 4.1 out of 5 on Tap. I bought this about 2 weeks or so ago at local Vine. It's a nice little pack store. They have one up over in Cumberland and around the Cumberland Mall area, around there, Cobb County, here in Georgia, the Atlanta area, and another one in Johns Creek, where the one I usually frequently go to. As you can see here, here's what the beer looks like. It looks like a pureed grapefruit juice in some ways, if you look at it. Bigger. This is sort of the big version of the full clip. That's their regular size session IPA. That comes in at 6.2%, I believe. I haven't had neither. It's my first time having any beer from Stoneface Brewing Company, and I'm sure, and I could probably attest. Well, my friend Jeffrey Lyons, New England Beer Reviews, doesn't do many beer reviews as much now as he used to. But I know Eric Thomas Middle 75 does some beer reviews. I'm sure he and probably Bumpy Road will probably have sampled things from this brewery in that region. And of course, also my good friend John Neely still does guys named Georgia Beer Reviews. I'm sure they've had anything from Stoneface up in New Hampshire area, so I'm sure they have. I'm sure they've seen this one as well. So immediately you get the citrus aroma right there. Again, it says hazy. Hazy. Again, just explain to all of you, hazy slash in East Coast slash New England style IPAs, what they are. Again, they're hazy but fruity, versus the West Coast IPAs, which can be hazy at times, but mostly is very hoppy. More hops, less fruit. So there's your difference of those two styles. So, all right, enough head retention, pretty much is gone. So let's have at it. Cheers. It's my first beer of the day. I'm not going to be drinking a lot today. Just had just some things not recently happened, but just some things I needed to kind of cut back on doing. And of course, a friend of mine that I know deciding he's going to do the same. Just a little situation almost happened. Thankfully, it didn't get to where it needed to go, but we're going to cut back. But anyway, again, it looks like you're drinking a glass of orange juice, but it's not. Very good balance of the fruit, citrus, and all the fruits that are there. They get more tropical, a little bit tropical in some ways, but very good hop presence in this. Centennial, maybe Mosaic, Amarillo hops are being used in this. A little bit of sediment down on the bottom I see here. It's kind of interesting. I'm getting more sort of a sweet grapefruit flavor in this, and a little of sweet grapefruit, a little more. I'm guessing also they probably threw in a little. I'm not going to say orange, and this is very too obvious, but a very sweet kind of grapefruit sort of feel that I'm drinking here. But it kind of also has a very nice malt flavor in this as well too. This is ain't bad, and it goes down pretty smooth. Very little bitterness in it, which is again is okay to have in a craft beer, but there's very little in this. So this is pretty good. 7.8. This is about reasonable. This for what it is. Good Imperial, good. You know, I consider Imperial IPA. I think starts at 8%, but this is borderline. So I'll give it. I'll be reasonable with this one. Say it is an Imperial. As you know, I always say that I consider session IPAs from 4% all the way up until 7%, but 8% and upwards, you know, you're going, you know, really big boy stuff. But this is on borderline that being a big boy Stoneface IPA, but I don't feel the 7.8 yet. But you think of other double Imperials that I've had, many of them, of course, from the slew of all the New Belgian beers to the slew of Sweetwaters and some of their stuff they put out. And you've had one, you've had them all, but and others kind of say, "Oh, I don't bother." But a couple locally here for me in my area, from Six Bridges to New Realm, have put out some really good things to consume. Of course, I've had quite a few stuff from Rogue, which we get easily here, Breckenridge as well. I've had a variety of within the last two and a half, well, now will be 3 years since I moved up here, of some really solid double IPAs. But the more commercial successful ones, I would say the ones that New Belgium puts out, which you can get with ease. I look at things you can get with relative ease versus stuff that's very interesting, but mostly is local, but you can't get it anyplace else. Topple and Goliath, the Pseudo Sue, that was a really good Imperial. One of them is their Imperial IPA. You know, there's some good winners out there, really are. So, food pairings with this. I say anything really spicy, good spicy foods. I'm not gonna say spicy foods, but I would say something with spice that has a lot of cream sauce and white sauce in it. That would kind of go well with this. Like I said, I had the other day I had there was another IPA I was drinking. It was a hazy IPA, and I had a little thing of what was it I made the other day? It was something I took to work with me, and it was something that had a lot of red sauce. I'm trying to think what it was. It might have been, what was I thinking about? Yeah, sausage and meatballs. What am I doing? Sausage and peppers. I put a little red sauce on it, and a little side pasta. I just cut it up, and I had it, not for lunch. Yeah, I did have for lunch. It was a double IPA. It was something from Sweetwater. I might have been, but yeah, that would kind of go well with this. It kind of paired well off. This was like on a weekend when I had this. So, really good, very flavorful. Nice, good hot presence, and is a bit malty as well, and just a really good balance. The hops, the fruitiness of this IPA, and you just don't feel it at 7.8%. So I'm going to go same score. I think this is a 9.3, maybe born a 9.4, but 9.3 for me for Stoneface. Really good, enjoyable. Suncoast from Suncoast Stoneface, brewed on the seacoast in Newington, New Hampshire. But anyway, Stoneface Brewing Company, double clip. Check it out. If you're in the New Hampshire area, I doubt I'll be going anytime soon for me, but if you are in New Hampshire, pick up this double IPA. Very good. I give it a 9.3. Very enjoyable. Superb. Check it out. You may like it. You may not. Oh, well. John Anderson, Pierre, the Beverage Rambles, and keep on watching as always. Cheers. Live, laugh, and love. Stoneface. double clip, double clip, and a very enjoyable IPA, I must say. Cheers.